Welcome to my show, One Solution for Everything, where every week we share insights about how you can solve your problems with just one solution, which is to do with organizing your brain. And my last number of episodes were aimed at massage therapists because this is who I work with now. And I train massage therapists to become practitioners of my method, Radical Rapid Results. And I'll tell you more about that later. So, if you are a massage therapist struggling to differentiate yourself in the marketplace and make more money or eliminate the wear and tear on your body, then you are in the right place because that's what I'll be talking about. I've been talking about in my previous episodes, and I will be talking about that again today. My name is Paula Oleska. I'm a mindset maverick, procrastination wrangler, and motivation maximizer. And all of that you need as a massage therapist and also as an entrepreneur. And the reason why I can achieve all these very different results, because I discovered that there is only one underlying factor behind all problems, whether it's productivity, procrastination, motivation, or anything else, and that is brain disorganization. And the brain has to do, to make a long story short, the brain has to do with being in the body. So the cutting edge neuroscience says the brain is in the body, and therefore if you engage your body in very specific ways, you can organize your brain very, very quickly. And that's where massage and bodywork therapists come to play. Because if you understand that your work is not just temporary stress relief, you will be on your way to achieving much greater results. And today we are going to be talking about the current mental health crisis and how you can use it to your advantage. So there has been a lot of information about the current mental health crisis in the news for at least a couple of years. First of all, you may have heard that there is an epidemic of anxiety to the point where many people even experience panic, and some people even refuse to leave their homes. So there is also epidemic of depression, and there are a lot of other milder or harsher symptoms of mental health, while there is also a shortage of mental health practitioners. So why am I telling you about that? Because there is this overlooked factor in mental health care that mental health care doesn't realize. But you can step in and help the existing mental health practitioners and organizations that deal with mental health to relieve the pressure. Because what the mainstream approach to mental health care doesn't realize is that bodywork and touch and a relationship with the bodywork therapist have an incredibly healing effect on individuals. And supplying that connection can relieve many problems of mental health. So I want you to become aware of the fact that you, as a body worker or massage therapist, can have a big role to play. And therefore, what I'm suggesting you do is you find mental health organizations and practitioners in your area. Find insurance companies in your area that deal with mental health and explain to them how your work can support their patients to get faster and better results. Because the current healthcare, mental health care, is limited to either medication or different forms of talk therapy. So I won't go into details, but I think you probably understand what I'm talking about, that therapists are there to help people who are experiencing different types of mental health problems or crises. But none of those people are qualified or able to provide the physical connection that is necessary for people to experience safety. I think that as a massage therapist, you know and you understand that touch and the presence of a healing professional, first of all, makes people feel safe. Second of all, it calms down the nervous system. As you know, and not all the mental health practitioners know, stress is not in the mind. So talking about stress using visualization or any other methods available to psychotherapists are only partially effective because the body needs to be soothed. The stress on the body level needs to be decreased, and they cannot do that. They don't know how to do that. They don't even realize that it's necessary, and it's a very healthy component or helpful component of the total package of mental health care. So you know, as a practitioner, you have experienced that many times, I'm sure, how people calm down even if they come in an agitated state or feel unhappy or lonely or have other problems. They usually feel much more soothed. They feel calmer, they feel more relaxed. And even though they did not solve their problems, the reaction to their problems is much calmer. And you know, from having seen your patients or clients over and over again, you know that you can form a very healing relationship with your clients, and they will surrender to your touch. They will allow you to rub and manipulate their bodies the way they would not allow anybody else. That means they are feeling safer with you. They are experiencing the benefits of a therapeutic relationship that has to do with a healing, nurturing presence of someone who can communicate through touch. Touch is very a neglected and forgotten aspect of our well-being, as you know. Touch is very important for the whole nervous system, including the parts of the brain that govern anxiety and other symptoms of mental health problems. So what I'm suggesting is that you own the power that you have, that you step up to the plate and find the mental health organizations and practitioners and insurance companies in your area and talk to them about the huge benefits that you provide as a bodywork practitioner that complement all the other services that those organizations or individuals provide. And even if your services are not going to be covered by insurance, just by having a relationship with the mental health practitioners or organizations, first of all, you can increase your clientele, and second of all, you can expand your reach, because once they understand that your work is very important for people's well-being, they will be able to either refer you or include you as a part of their teams. So this is one very important aspect that I wanted to discuss today. The second very important aspect that I want you to understand is that you as a practitioner need to differentiate yourself in the marketplace, not only because you can become a member of the mental health team, but also because you need to address different populations, and that's, you need to specialize in something. So I've talked about this in my previous videos, and I'm going to talk about it specifically right now in the context of mental health crisis, because different types of people, different ages, and different types of population have different needs. So the way to differentiate yourself, to find out what type of population do you resonate with? Do you come from a specific ethnic background? Do you find for a specific socioeconomic background? Can you tap into that community and become a provider of services in that community? In other words, you will specialize in providing services to that community. And I need to clarify something that people often say, entrepreneurs of all kinds, including massage therapists, but I don't want to exclude anybody. I will work with anybody who wants to work with me. So I want to clarify, I'm not saying that you cannot work with anybody who comes to you, but there are two different types of marketing. There is incoming marketing and outgoing marketing. So incoming, of course, you can choose to work with anybody who comes your way. Outgoing, which is a way to increase your clientele, and of course your earning power as well, is to specialize in a particular type of outreach. Believe me, it took me a very long time to get that into my head because I don't have any business background. I did not understand marketing. I did not understand business. But to make a long story short, at some point, once I learned these miraculous techniques that I'll tell you about that in a moment, I found myself in private practice, but it took me several years of seeing clients and teaching classes to realize, hey, I think I'm in business and I have no idea what that means. So I had to very quickly learn what it means to run a business, which means I had to learn not only the business procedures, but also there are specific steps you need to take when you're in business, and one of them includes marketing. So of course I had no idea what that meant, but once I learned it, I understood what that meant, but I did not fully understand the idea of specialization. So it took me a very long time to understand that the specialization needs to be very narrow. So because otherwise it's very hard to get into your market. So I'm speaking from experience that you need to specialize in a specific type of population or a specific type of person. So we can start with, many people start basing the services in the ethnic group that they come from. Some people used to have jobs and work in businesses. Some of my former or current clients who do body work used to also have corporate jobs. So they have a network of their corporate contacts, and they can specialize in, for instance, women attorneys, or they can specialize in middle managers of banks because that's their background. So if you had a job before and you have a particular type of network, that could become your niche. If you don't have a background in that kind of way, there are many other ways you can differentiate yourself. And one of them is, what type of population do you resonate with? One of my trainees, for instance, loves teenagers. And she's very good at understanding their points of view, their frustrations, and she's on their side. So if they have problems, they can come to her and she can support them and feel that she's on their side and not the teacher's side or parent's side. So they will feel supported and they will solve their problems. For instance, there are some people who love older populations. I know some of my colleagues love to work with seniors, and including even in nursing homes. Some people like helping people with dementia. Some people like to help young mothers or mothers of teenagers, and because they either have been mothers or they have been mothers of teenagers, and they particularly resonate with that population, they understand their problems and they can speak their language. So when you specialize like that, and this is again a mistake that I've made myself and I see everybody else making as well, if people say like, how do I write a copy? What do I put on my website? I have to figure out what I'm really doing. Well, doing for whom? Because the way you write your copy is going to be completely different depending on who you're going to work with. And going back to, or tying that back into mental health crisis or mental health needs, the needs of teenagers with mental health problems are different from middle-aged men who have mental health problems. People who are retired and they are different financial stresses, they have different needs as well. So you need to study the population that is of interest to you. And when you specialize, you understand the needs of that population. So for instance, the common theme among teenagers is that they feel lonely, they feel abandoned, they feel pressured, they feel unappreciated, they feel not heard, and unsupported. And unfortunately, that has been going on for generations, because I remember I felt like that when I was a teenager, and I saw many other, as the years went on, I saw that persisted through different, as I grew older, you know, the other people became teenagers and they had the same problems, which is very frustrating for me. So if you, for instance, specialize in teenagers, you will write your copy, or you will do your presentations talking about how doing body work will help them overcome the loneliness, that a lot of the tension they feel and the pressure they feel in their minds has to do with not insufficient touch and physical contact in a safe environment. So if you are going to deal with, let's say you're going to deal with people who are losing their jobs and they have a lot of stress related to that, you are going to write your copy or do your presentations talking about something completely different, such as, for instance, I understand what it means to lose your job, and then you become financially insecure and you are losing your self-esteem. Many people are tied their self-esteem to their work, and if they lose their job, they feel drop in their self-esteem, they feel not worthy, they feel not valuable. And again, you can emphasize how doing body work with you is going to help them feel much better about themselves. They will feel nurtured, they will feel validated, they will feel cared for, and they will have more energy to go after looking for a new job. So I'm giving you some examples about how you can tie your current skills to helping solve the mental health crisis in very specific ways that will also help you stand out in the crowded marketplace of bodywork. And what I hear from massage therapists over and over again is that everybody does the same thing. Well, theoretically, that's true, but practically, you do a different thing for population of teenagers, you do a different thing for population of people who lose their jobs, you do a different thing for people who are retired and they are lonely because they lost their family and they are getting older, and so on. So that's how you differentiate yourself. When you differentiate yourself, you can do a lot more outgoing marketing. And that's how you're going to increase your clientele. So these are some of the skills that I teach in my program when I train practitioners to become practitioners of my method, Radical Rapid Results, which is body-based. Because as I mentioned in the beginning, your brain is in the body, and it starts with mastering certain skills that help you, that are body-based. But there is this miraculous technique that I teach on the level, in the level 1 program that I have developed for massage therapists and body workers, that help you achieve results much faster. People get much more relaxed and get pain-free much faster with much less effort on your part. So this is a way to not only differentiate yourself in the marketplace, but work less, get faster results, use less effort, stop wearing out your body so you don't have to worry about how long you're going to be able to keep it up. And also then make more money because you'll be able to charge more for your new skill. And you'll be able to charge more because you differentiate yourself and you're now different from other massage therapists, and you're developing contacts in the mental health field. So these are some of the skills that I teach in my program. And if you're interested to look into that, you can contact me. My name is Paula Oleska, and you can email me at paula@brainupgrade.biz. And I'll be very happy to have you have a conversation with you, doing a deep dive into where you are, what your needs are, and how I can support you in getting to the results of working less and making more money and being more successful as a massage therapist for as long as you want. So again, my email is paula@brainupgrade.biz. I've been in practice for over 30 years, and my first class of trainees just graduated with great praise. They were totally thrilled with the training and also with the results that they have been getting now from their clients. So I encourage you to look into this, and I'll be happy to talk to you. So reach out to me. And again, my email is paula@brainupgrade.biz. And I will see you in my next episode.